Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today I'm going to give you some thoughts now that I've had a day or so to kind of digest what Global Shadowlynx is going to kind of look like looking at that vision card. I want to give you some thoughts about where I think she might fit in PvP and where that vision card, like what kind of direction I think team building could go with her before we see her whole kit into a preview video, you know, like bright and or dark and early Wednesday morning. I have some thoughts there, so I'm going to share those with you, and then I also want to preview the Master Ability 2s that we're getting for 2 Selection Quest units with Camilo and Moraga. I think they're both pretty decent, so let's dive in, let's take a look at that stuff. Now, to start, let's, well, first of all, I am on the Amazon version right now, so yes, you can now go update the Amazon version of the game and play. I submitted another ticket just saying I think anybody who plays on the Amazon version deserves these rewards, because like, what it really cost me, besides inconvenience, was I was unable to do like a daily purchase for all of those days. So I missed out on some shards for Winter Ravis, and instead, like, since I'm building her up for today to start like an arena run, I ended up having to use Visior for that. So that's what I mean when I say like it was inconvenient, even for people who were able to log in through like the Google Play Store. So if anybody from Square is watching this, or Gumi, that is what I said in my ticket. That's what I'm saying in this video. It's not a huge deal. And by the way, guys, the Amazon App Store is still the way to play this game. This was not an Amazon issue as far as I can tell. I've been talking to people over there. It seemed to be on the Square side, and I get that it was Christmas break. Just give me the compensation and I will stop talking about it. Anyhow, let's talk about these two. Now, one thing I want to make clear, when I was talking in my news video today about Never Setting Sun Shadowlynx on Ice, which is a hell of a name, I mentioned that I thought she'd be good for PvP, and I got some comments of people saying, duh, like every unit's good for PvP. I think you're misunderstanding what I mean, and if you're a new player, let me tell you what I'm talking about here real quick. For guild raids and raid events, you want to multi-hit, and you want to lower resists and slow the bosses down. This move right here does all of those things. It lowers a resist, it multi-hits, and it slows the boss down. I can tell you right now, she's going to be a top-tier dark guild raid unit, just with that one move. Then she also has triple sequence, which is a 3-hit move, and if this thing is usable more than like 1 or 2 times, she might be the best dark chaining unit in the game. It frees up your triple trick holiday vision card for somebody else. That's what I meant when I meant she was good at PvE. Not that you can like plug her into a high level team and go beat the story. Like, yeah, of course you could do that, right? But that's what I mean, and so I just wanted to make that clear as well. And then Stance of the Daisy, in my opinion, this is kind of the only PvP specific skill that we've gotten so far, and it's really good. AoE resist, missile resist, and jump +1 with AP recovery on critical hit. That's like Cloud's group buff, Orlando's self buff, all kind of wrapped into one. It's really good. And I'll save the rest of where I'm going to look at her kit, obviously, Wednesday morning, dark and early, but I wanted to clear that up. What a lot of this video is going to focus on early is what I think a team comp could be with her, focusing on synergizing this video card with her group and taking advantage of a mono element dark team. Because let's look at this card, right? It's a missile attack resist up, attack up, and critical damage up. I like the missile attack resist for a group. I mean, there's a lot of missile units in the game. If the attack is like 50%, something like what Ifrit is, oh my goodness. And critical damage is a stat a lot of people sleep on. With all the critting in the game, you want to do critical damage up as well. I think this is potentially very powerful. The awkward part of this vision card is if you're looking at other dark physical damage units who would like take advantage of this, what are you looking at? Like Kane and Dwayne? Is that really it? Like, yes, I get Glove is on here, and that's what, Lamega, and or no, not even Lamega, right? It's like Garvel or something. So oof. Now the bestowed effective agility up could be very powerful, and then dark attack up on Shadowlynx on ice, and Shadowlynx is very good. So let me show you something that I was thinking about here for this card. There is another dark card out there, Demon Wall. Now, say you are trying to build a mono dark team to fight other mono dark teams, which you see all the time. Demon Wall is a very powerful option. It's just hard to work into a group right now. It has dark resistance 20, which is really good considering dark builds these like heavy hitting bruisers that want to go in there and mess stuff up. It gives unit attack or unit buff of attack 30%. Awesome, but who's wearing this? Like, Kayn? I mean, yeah, in theory you'd want Kayn to have it because it gives pierce attack up and slash resistance, which is also great for like a mono dark versus dark group. But man, the problem with Kayn is he's sitting on this master ability 1. Like, his master ability does not even have that dark element group buff, which starts being like, why am I running a dark element mono team if they're not buffing each other? That's one of the big advantages of a dark element team. So we're really waiting on Kayn's master ability 2 in that case. The other unit, the dark unit that can both use the new vision card and take advantage of Demon Wall would be Dwayne. Now, we do not have Dwayne's Master Ability 2 in Global yet, but when you're thinking about Dwayne, remember, he's got Sub-Job Dragoon. His main job is really good, and back in the day, it was dominating. With his Master Ability 2, he gets a little bit of a buff. Now, we can click over to the JP side. They at least have seen this over there, so we do know that eventually Dwayne is getting more attack and more HP. Again, that, like, hard-hitting, hard-to-kill dark team is an option with him, but man, if we go back to the global version, I feel like the two best allies for the new Shadowlynx, if you were looking to do a mono dark team that also took advantage of the buffs from this vision card, I think Dwayne and Kayn would be some of the best options in theory, along with the Demon Wall vision card. I think you could make a really hard to tank group because it's so much piercing damage that is also hard to kill and just could wreck and do a lot of work for mono dark. Again, the issue here is Kayn is woefully behind on Master Ability 2, and so is Dwayne right now in Global. So the timing seems kind of weird. That's sort of what I have like thought about with my early theory crafting here. And again, we will look tomorrow morning. We're going to do a news video and we're going to do a preview video for the unit, just back to back, boom, boom. But that's sort of my thoughts on this vision card right now. It does seem a little bit awkward, and I do think there is still a, like, it is harder to build groups with these job-specific or weapon-specific vision cards, whereas it's very easy to understand how to build a group with mono-element vision cards. Mixing them together and going for that, like, massive amount of power is the trick, right? Because a lot of times the buffs on these are really strong. And if this is a 50% attack buff with missile attack resist and critical damage up, like, hold on to your butts. This is going to be an incredibly strong vision card. Pairing it correctly could be a problem. That's my thought on that. Okay, let's talk about a couple other things. We are getting a couple Master Ability 2 upgrades for some Selection Quest units, one of which is Moraga. Now, Moraga is really interesting because Earth is an element that, kind of like Dark, likes to run heavy damage dealers that are really hard to kill. Dark kind of does that better, and Dark can mix in some like other options. Like, Dark is just more versatile. Something that could help Earth out is if its tank, Moraga right here, could get a really good Master Ability too, and I think he does. Note, first of all, that he gets physical damage shield 50% for 3 times at the beginning of a fight, so he just walks into a fight with that. I love that. It fits right into Moraga's kit, in my opinion. He already had the group buff. Attack plus 20% stays the same. He's going to pick up another 15% HP. He's going to get harder to kill with 10 more slash and missile resist, and then he will come into the fight with 3 initial hate. I do like that because what it frees you up to do is you don't have to run his helmet anymore. Previously, if you wanted Moraga to be the tank for your Earth group, the way he got aggro was by wearing his helmet. Let me see. I actually think I have it built. Let's go look at it in here. Let's go into game. I didn't have this pulled up and ready because somehow I didn't foresee needing to look at this, even though I'm making a video about exactly it. Anyway, here you see it. It's a really good piece of gear, right? 20 defense, 500 HP is nice. Slash resist 10 on that thing. And then it had hate up 5. Now, also defense up 15 earth. Like, this helmet for Moraga is amazingly good. Now he picks up a little more hate, so you have a couple options. One, you don't have to run this helmet anymore if you don't want to, or you get another hit in a fight. 5 hate is enough that you will get hit 2 times by the enemy. Add on another 3, you're adding another hit on there. That is powerful. It makes your tank into more of a tank without forcing him into having to run something like Paladin subjob and spam Taunting Blade. You might not want him to do that, so I do think that for those reasons, his Master Ability 2 is pretty good. Will he be a top tier Earth unit? He could be. We'll have to see. I kind of like it, right? Like, I think there's potential here for our guy. So I'm all about that, and you know I'm somebody who likes to play Earth. Then Camilo. Now, Camilo is a very slept-on unit who, in his niche role, is insanely good. What is his niche role? Fighting mages, I think. So look at this guy. His old master ability, HP 10%, light attack 15, spirit 10. All of those stay the same, but now he picks up another 10% agility, which don't sleep on that. That's really nice. And 20% dark resist. Okay, Camilo, I kind of like that a lot. If we go to his skills, I want to point out one skill for Camilo right here. His job level 25 skill, Magic Wall, is a 90% magic shield 3 times. So he can cast this. Now, if he's fighting somebody who can dispel the shield, that can be a big drawback to Camilo. But if he's not, 90%? What? That is almost no damage. He's basically not taking magic damage for 3 times. That's crazy good. And so I think this guy could see some more use in anti-dark mage, which you're starting to see now, especially in like limited, when you're seeing like Lucia Dark Fina out there. I think Camilo is getting his master ability too at about the perfect time, because it's a time in the game where like he could be anti-dark and anti-mage and have a chance of seeing teams that are like, you know, Lemure and 2 mages, or 1 physical damage unit and 2 mages, something like that. So I do like the timing for Camilo's buff. Overall, the agility is really nice, and dark resist helps him out as well. And guys, that is it. Obviously, this isn't a normal unit preview video because we don't have the beautiful sneak peek like we usually get from JP. It's just going to be a very busy, dark and early morning for me tomorrow. That's awesome. We've all been excited for Shadowlynx for a long time. So there you go. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.